The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Has some space, a breaks attack, oh, then another, and Johnny English, oh my goodness, best run of his life, past the 15, down the 10, first and goal, Cleveland. Welcome to the Dome in Orlando, Florida. We've got a big one for you this afternoon. It's the SFL Week 8 Game of the Week between the 2 and 3 defending champion New York Knights and the 2 and 3 Orlando Intimidators in a rematch of last year's semifinal. Hello and welcome to Orlando, Florida. I am your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and if these two teams don't have enough championship pedigree for you, then I just can't help you out, because the New York Knights, the two-time champions, the two summer season champions, takes on Orlando today, who were the winner 14 champions trying to become the winner 15 champions. Let's head down to the field for the coin toss. Knights want to put the defense on the field first. A much improved defense that is now giving up just 28.4 points per game. That's best in the league. The New York Knights, winners of 2 straight. The Orlando Intimidators, 2-0 at home. We're underway from the Dome. From the 9-yard line, Orlando on the return, past the 20-25 and up to the 27-yard line, and that's where the Intimidators begin with their first possession, and out comes Ono Matsumoto, who has been much better at the quarterback position in recent weeks. He's raised his quarterback rating up to 76.9, but in his last 2 games, he has a 109 and a 121 quarterback rating. First and 10 for Orlando at the 27-yard line. 4 wide receivers set to start the game. 3 to the far side left, and Matsumoto will hand it off to Zach Parker, who drags off a defender and picks up 7 up the middle. Zach Parker has been on fire over the past few weeks during Orlando's much improved streak. The Intimidators started 0-2 with losses to Honolulu and San Francisco. New York in the gold helmets, white jerseys, gold pants, red numbers, and charcoal-colored trim. New York in the home white helmets, dark blue jerseys with the black pants, white numbers, gold and white trim. 2 backs in the backfield on 2nd and 3. As Matsumoto drops back to throw, Matsumoto will fire left-hand side. Wide open, Lorenzo Allen! 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Lorenzo Allen is going to score! Touchdown, Orlando! For a start for Ono Matsumoto, as Lorenzo Allen, who has struggled all year to find consistency, opens the game up in the opening minute. The Orlando offense in this building has been unstoppable this year, averaging 55 points a game. And it's 6-0 just like that. extra point attempt is good. Orlando 7 and New York nothing. Just in case you don't know, the Simulation Football League is expanding by 4 teams to 12 teams during the 5th anniversary season, which kicks off this June. For more information, visit simulationfl.com. Under the About SFL page, Get Involved is the link, as New York returns the kick past the 15-20 and will not reach the 25-yard line. Stopped down at the 24. Orlando could not have asked for a better start. First down for the Knights, and out comes Wes St. Clair, a championship quarterback from last season. In fact, he's the only quarterback to have ever made all 3 championship games, trying to make it 4 for 4 this year. First and 10 to the 24-yard line. He's calling an audible with 2 backs and 2 receivers, and the handoff will go to Echol, and he's got nowhere to go. Trying to cut it backfield, no gain. Brings up second down and 10. Welcome to all those who are with us in the chat this afternoon. Bandits APF 2K8, Big Willie 54, Darth Destro MD, Don Techt, D-Rock 6689, Pocket Passer, Ramos Lynn, San Antonio, Servo Sentinels, as Echol takes the carry on the left side. Big hole, Echol 40-45, midfield 45-40, and he breaks a tackle past the 20, 15-10, Park Echol answers back, touchdown New York. This is just the beginning, folks. The game of the week living up to the billing in the first minute and a half as Park Echol breaks free for a score on his first carry. Tariq MMA at TJ Kagas of El Vertigo and X Factor 56, the others in the chat with us early on. Holy moly. That was a really poor tackle on the sideline for the Intimidator defense. And check that. That was the second run for Echol. He had no gain on his first carry. I would say he's balanced out his average with that touchdown run. New York 7, Orlando 7 on 2 big plays. Orlando through the air. New York on the ground with 11:26 to go in the first quarter. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, New York, the #1 defense, the only team giving up less than 30 points per game coming into the week, as Orlando will start from their own 26-yard line. Meanwhile, Orlando's defense comes in giving up 32.4 points per game, which is in the lower half of the league. Orlando scores 37 points per game. That's second best in the league, and scores 55 per game here at home. New York scores 31.4. Handoff goes to Zach Parker around the left-hand side, and another 7-yard pickup for Zach Parker. Parker's got 2 carries for 14 yards, second down and 3, and Orlando begins this drive as they did the previous. Matsumoto a perfect rating thus far. That pass went for 66 yards on the first possession. And now Allen, top of the screen, gunner in the slot, short side left on a second down and 3. New York showing a blitz with 7 in the box. They back off rush 4. Matsumoto will check it down, and it bounced. It popped back to him. It popped back to Matsumoto, and he is, I don't know if you call that a sack. He completed the pass to himself. I don't know if I've ever seen that in All Pro Football 2K8, but he completed the pass to himself. It lost 3 yards, and it's third down and 10. 4 receivers down, 2 to either side. Parker to the left of Matsumoto. A 3-2-6 formation for New York, and Matsumoto will throw on third and long. Matsumoto has time. Down the middle of the field. Pass caught. First down, Orlando to the 43-yard line. Beautiful day here in Orlando, Florida. This place is absolutely electric. A rematch of last year's semifinal, which New York won. It's the only game in the last 3 seasons that Orlando has been held to under 30 points. Here at home, they scored 9 in that game. Matsumoto back to throw. He's in trouble. And great job of the offensive line. Matsumoto staying alive as best he can. He'll take off and run. Past midfield, 45-40. Matsumoto slides down to the 36. First down to Orlando. And will there be a boring play in this game? Unbelievable! Matsumoto with a run of about 16 yards. First down, Intimidators. Matsumoto drops to throw. Has a good pocket. Finds an open receiver. Gains 7 to the 29. And again, it's second down and 3. He moving so fast, I can't even keep up with the down and distance. Unbelievable pace here in the opening few minutes. Orlando's offense includes Ono Matsumoto, number 3, running back number 35, Zach Parker, wide receivers number 44, number 89, Lorenzo Allen and Thomas Gunner, respectively, and the tight end is number 36, Isaac Perez. Matsumoto to throw on a 2nd and 3, goes deep down the middle of the field. That pass is caught somehow at the 10 by Allen. He is geared up to play his former team. 2 catches for 84 yards and another Orlando first down, and 3 times now Orlando has had a second down and 3 and converted a first down. First and 10 at the 10. Orlando on the move again. Empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Matsumoto against a 4-man rush. Another good pocket down the middle of the field. Caught and pushed into the end zone. Touchdown, Allen in Orlando. Wow, I didn't even think he was in. Allen gets shoved, and yeah, he stretches across the pylon, and Orlando scores. Lorenzo Allen's 2nd touchdown in less than 5 minutes coming into the game. Allen had 3 touchdowns on the season. And the extra point for Orlando is good. Allen with 2 touchdowns. Matsumoto with 2 touchdowns. It's 14-7 in a wild first quarter of play. Out of control. For Matsumoto, that gives him now 10 touchdowns and 10 interceptions on the season. From inside the end zone, from about 1 yard deep, past the 20, still on his feet. Good return out at the 26-yard line. So Matsumoto with 10 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. There are 4 quarterbacks coming into this week who had more touchdowns than interceptions. St. Clair was 8-8. He still sits at that mark. And now Matsumoto at 10-10. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line. 2 backs and 2 receivers for the Knights, who got a big run from Park Hee-chol on their opening possession. As St. Clair drops to throw, he'll swing it outside, pass caught, but it was thrown behind Studwell, and only a gain of a yard will bring up second down and 9. First pass, check that legacy on the reception. First pass and catch of the day for the Knights. Orlando's defense includes Gold Star linebacker and the league's all-time leading tackler, Stephen Lambert at number 92. The corners are number 26, Rodney Woods, number 47, A.J. Lacoste. The defensive end is number 90, Jasper Lennox. Handoff to Hee-chol on the left-hand side. That's what the play scored the touchdown on, and Hee-chol gets the first down out to the 38-yard line. Park Hee-chol nearing 100 yards already. The last time these two teams played in the regular season, New York injured running back Zach Parker. Orlando's running back Parker ended up missing the playoff game against New York, and the Intimidators did not score a touchdown on that day. First and 10 to the 38. There's Heachol's early numbers, 3 for 88. First and 10 to the 38, an exciting and compelling first quarter thus far in the SFL game of the week. They swing it out to Heachol. That's where Heachol's dangerous, but a good job by Lambert and company closing it down. And finally, we have a little bit of breathing room in regards to the quickness of tempo and of offense here so far in the first quarter. New York's offense includes quarterback number 3, Wes St. Clair, running back number 33, Park Heachol. The receivers are bronze number 16, Nathan Chambers, and bronze number 82, Jake Legacy. The Gold Star tight end is number 83, Brock Studwell. Back to pass. St. Clair off the hands of a wide open Nathan Chambers, who did have to adjust his body to try to make the catch, but he should have had that one. Chambers is a former Intimidator, and there's a lot of flip-flopped players on these roster. AJ Lacoste and Rodney Woods and Lorenzo Allen, former Knights. Nathan Chambers, a former Intimidator. Third down and 4 from the 43-yard line. Hand off to Heachol around the right-hand side. Heachol will not get away from Stephen Lambert, and we have our first defensive stop of the game. Big plays from Lambert on that drive, and New York will have to punt it away. Fourth down.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming. I'm gonna block the punt.
From the 16. First down and 10 at the 20 for the Intimidators. Up 14-7. They've got 2 touchdowns on 2 possessions. They defeated the Cleveland Vipers here, 59-31. They followed that up with a 51-14 beatdown of the Honolulu Legends last week. Back here at home, and then back at home once more when the Baltimore Crabs come to town. Boy, they're fearing that game next week, next Sunday night. First and 10 for the 20, 3 in the backfield. Zach Parker around the left-hand side, spins, and then is hit by Bobby Law in the back. A 2-yard gain up to the 22-yard line, second and 8.
Number 53, credited with the tackle. Second and 7.
Doesn't make much sense to have your feed lagging. Second down and 8 at the 22-yard line. 4 receivers. Matsumoto back to throw. Pass is caught by Gunner. A 6-yard gain will set up a third down and short. So things have calmed down after a ridiculous start that included 3 touchdowns in the game's first 3 possessions, all in the first 5 minutes.
Third and 2.
Third down and 2 at the 27. And the handoff on a draw goes to Parker. He breaks a tackle and gets the first down. Some toughness shown out of Zach Parker. Guy is having a phenomenal season. Parker leading the league, coming in with 909 rushing yards. He needs 91 to be the first 1,000-yard rusher this season as you look at Matsumoto's perfect rating still. A career high for Zach Parker for rushing yards in a season is 942, so he only needs 33 more to top that, as Matsumoto's pass over the middle is dropped, and Thomas Gunner, not a man to drop too many passes. He's been on fire the last couple of weeks as well, and it brings up second and 10. Second down, 10 yards to go. The Knight defense includes outside linebackers number 55 DJ McCoo, number 52 or 53 Bobby Law. In the secondary, it's cornerback number 0 Isaac Holt, strong safety number 45 Marco Silva, and free safety number 21 Jesus Salvador, the rookie, as Zach Parker picks up 3 on the run. Stopped maybe when he could have kept going and hit the hole harder A 3-yard gain, tackle made by George, 3rd down, 7, check that. Third down and 7 at the 34, 5 wide receivers. 3 to the right-hand side, Matsumoto. Deep ball again, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver. Was that Gunner again? He might have dropped another pass, and this time New York's defense steps up. That was the non-star receiver Eric Bryant, who has a catch already today. That one, he was open and didn't make it happen. 286s running down the same side of the field. I believe Parks is the other non-star receiver. In any case, 4th down for Orlando. They'll have to punt. So each team, after we had 3 straight touchdown drives, each team has punted on their last possession.
Oh yeah, this one's mine. This one's mine.
So Orlando kicks it away. From the 26-yard line, New York on the return up to the 33. Brings up 1st down. Like the league on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, all at /SimulationFL. Major announcement coming from the league tomorrow. An old feature from the WAFL returns to the SFL. That announcement coming tomorrow. 1st and 10 at the 33. St. Clair back to pass. Pass caught by Heachol. He turns the corner. Heachol spins off 2 tacklers. 3. Heachol stayed in bounds momentarily and stepped out right before the sticks. A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 1. Second down and 1 at the 42. The handoff goes to Heachol. He's got a 1st down. A lot of room to run past the 40. Down the sideline to the Orlando 31-yard line. 115 yards rushing in the 1st quarter for Park Heachol. Another New York Knight 1st down. Heachol, 2nd in the league in rushing with 784 yards. So he's trying to catch Zach Parker atop the league. First down and 10. At the 31-yard line, the Knights on the move again. First and 10. St. Clair outside to an open Chambers. And Chambers hit hard after a 6-yard pickup. First catch for Nathan on the day. Brings up 2nd down, 4 yards to go. Coming up later tonight, it's the Minneapolis Maulers home finale. The undefeated Maulers take on the Cleveland Vipers, their approximate rival, as the Maulers try to get to 6-0. Hand off on a stretch to Heachol, right-hand side. Heachol, 15, past the 10-5. Heachol scores again. 2 touchdowns for Park Heachol. He's dominating Orlando right now. It is 14-13. The Intimidators can't stop this kid. And Orlando's defense just primarily on the outside. They don't struggle in between the tackles, but they've been struggling covering outside runs, and Orlando's run defense is looking real shaky here in the 1st quarter. The Intimidators give up 104.2 rushing yards per game, but that's 3rd best in the league. So I would say it's a bit of a shock that Park Heachol has had so much success. The extra point is good, and we're all tied up at 14 with 2:02 to go in the opening quarter. Game of the week, giving us everything we would have hoped for. return up past the 25. Won't get to the 30. Tackle down to the 28. This is the Simulation Football League Game of the Week. The New York Knights have won 2 in a row at 2-3, a 4-way tie for third at the moment. The winner of today's game gets into that third place spot. Orlando is 2-3, but they've won 2 of their last 3 games, and both games at home by a considerable margin. First and 10 to the 28 as Matsumoto's pass is nearly picked, and that could have been a pick 6 for McCoo. Fun fact about DJ McCoo, I believe he still leads the league all time in interceptions returned for touchdowns. Let's get you that stat. McCoo, 3 in his career, and I am correct in saying that. 3 career pick 6s, it leads the league. This year, he has none. Second and 10 from the 28-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Zach Parker. Look at the space for Zach Parker. An 8-yard gain. And Parker only 29 yards, but averaging 5 yards a carry. Parkey Chol is making him look like Michael Urban out there. Third down and 2. Down to 95 seconds to go. Third down and 2 in the handoff. Parker bouncing it out left side, spin, and again, breaking tackles. And still on his feet, and he has to be body slammed down to the 47-yard line. First down, Orlando. A brilliant show of running here in the first quarter by both of these star backs. Look how difficult Parker is to get down. First and 10 of the 47-yard line. Handoff to Zach Parker, and that is a 1-yard gain. First time anybody's been able to keep a running back down today as Jesus Salvador picks up 1 yard, second and 9. Down to 30 seconds to go. 14-14 here in the first quarter. Parker will take a handoff right-hand side. He's got blockers. Parker breaks it outside. Parker past the 40, the New York 37. First down, Intimidators. These two offenses just continue to plug away, and we see some great offensive line blocking. Nice block on Silva. First down and 10 at the 37. Coming up on the final play of the first quarter. 2 receivers. Matsumoto to throw. Matsumoto going deep down the field. One-handed catch. Caught by Gunner. First down into the night red zone. And that's how we end the first quarter of play as we take another look at it. Look at this catch from Gunner. A beauty. Silva on the tackle. End of one of the most exciting first quarters we've had in a long time in this league. Parker and Matsumoto dueling. We're tied at 14. This is Intimidator Radio, 1090 KBWR. The Extra Point will be right back to the Dome after this.
My favorite actor? Oh, that's easy. Kevin Bacon, obviously. His best movie is probably a tie between all of them. I do a Kevin Bacon impression. This valley's just one long smorgasbord. They're under the ground. It's Tremors. It's of me and Kevin. I've never actually met him. I had it commissioned. Am I obsessed with Kevin Bacon? I don't know. Obsessed is a strong word. I think I'm a devoted fan. And you know, the Logitech review is just perfect for me because I just type in Kevin Bacon and it uses Google TV, finds all kinds of movies and shows and YouTube videos. So let's just say I happen to be in the mood for, I don't know, a movie about a rebellious teen who's living in a town where dancing is illegal. There it is. Let's dance! Yeah, my wife says if I watch any more Kevin Bacon, I might actually turn into Kevin Bacon.
Add Google TV to your television with the Logitech Review. If you can think it, you can watch it.
Dedicated bankers born to go the extra mile.
You've been such a big help.
This is what I like to do.
So you can choose a bank where helping people comes first. Chase, so you can.
Mr. Goodbar for the lady, my good man.
What's in good taste one year is out the next.
I presume you undoubtedly have a delectable Mr. Goodbar.
But what's always in good taste is what always tastes good.
Like wow, like Mr. Goodbar.
Like crunchy peanuts and creamy chocolate.
Wow.
Which is why, billions of Mr. Goodbars later, one thing's still true. Good peanuts and good chocolate make a very good bar.
Good bar, Muffy.
Great bar, Skip.
Orlando Intimidator Football on 1090 KBWR is brought to you by Mr. Goodbar, by Chase So You Can, by Logitech, and by Gateway, the official technology providers of the Orlando Intimidators. Start of the second quarter. First and 10 at the 20, 14-14, and the first penalty of the game as New York jumps offside. The pass out to Zach Parker is going to be a loss, but that penalty will be accepted, and it'll be 1st and 5.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 94. Defense.
First and 5. Let's take a look at the stats after the end of the first quarter. If you like offense, you like this game so far. 161 yards for New York, 211 for Orlando, 140 rushing yards for the Knights, 134 passing yards for the Intimidators. First down and 5 at the 15. 3 backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Parker. He lost 1, 55 yards on 10 carries. Bobby Law on the tackle brings up a 2nd down and 6. More stats from the first quarter of play. New York faced only 1 third down in that quarter. 2 big plays helped score touchdowns. Neither team has turned the ball over. 2nd down and 6 from the 16. Matsumoto swings it outside past Scott Perez, trying to turn the corner, and he could not stretch the ball out past the first down line. Now it's 3rd and inches for Orlando. They were 3 for 4 on third downs through the first 13 minutes. Did you know the SFL is expanding? Looking for 4 new teams to expand to 12 for our 5th season coming up this June. For more information, visit simulationfl.com. Check out the About SFL section of the website menu. And to apply for a squad, click Get Involved. 1st and goal after Zach Parker's run moves the chains. The 8th first down for Orlando. First down and goal at the 7. High formation. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto looking. Matsumoto will check it down. Parker in trouble, and he nearly got away. A loss of about 1 on the play brings up a 2nd down and goal for the Intimidators. Orlando's red zone offense this season. 13 trips, 6 touchdowns, 7 field goals, not necessarily the most efficient. New York's red zone defense is the exact same. 13 trips, 6 touchdowns allowed, 7 field goals allowed. The swing out to a wide open Zach Parker is going to give Orlando a touchdown. The Intimidators regain the lead. 20-14. Matsumoto, 3 passing touchdowns here in the first half. The extra point for Orlando is good, and the Intimidators hold a 21-14 lead on the defending champs. New York up on the return of the 25. First down, Knights. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. 2 backs and 2 receivers and a free play for Orlando. The swing out is caught by Chambers. Oh, Chambers got just slapped on the sideline like a troubling relationship, as we'll get the call from the officials.
Neutral zone infraction, number 96. The penalty is declined.
Chambers might need to go to therapy. Penalty is going to be declined, and it's second down and I believe 2 yards. Second and 2, I was correct, from the 34-yard line for New York. Down a touchdown, 21-14. Each team has punted once and scored on all other possessions. Scored touchdowns on all other possessions. 3 receivers all to the far side right. St. Clair back to throw. Pass is caught. Studwell again had to come back for the football. A 3-yard loss, and New York goes no huddle on a 3rd down and 5. 10 minutes to play in the first half. St. Clair has a wide open H.O., but will he reach the corner in time? Great pursuit by Jasper Lennox and company on the outside, and it brings up 4th down, New York. Great stop by Orlando. H.O. could not get going on that drive. Fourth down and 4. New York kicks it away. Orlando from the 31, up past the 30, or to the 35, pardon. First down, Intimidators up by a touchdown. To catch you up on the SFL standings, Minneapolis is 5-0. They play later tonight. Baltimore Crabs are 5-1 after their 27-13 victory over Oklahoma City yesterday. Then it's New York, Orlando, Honolulu, and San Francisco, the latter 2 on a bye this week, all at 2 and 3. Oklahoma City's 2 and 4, Cleveland's 1 and 4, who plays Minneapolis later tonight. Zach Parker breaks free, has 1 man to beat, 35, is being caught from behind. Silva can't make the tackle. Zach Parker, touchdown, Orlando. Give this kid the MVP trophy. Zach Parker may have just recorded his first 1,000-yard season of his career, and there's still 2 more games to go as Parker got outside, and Marco Silva gets embarrassed. Zach Parker, I don't think he appreciated the fact that Parkeet Chol ran so well in the first quarter and made him look bad. The extra point is good, and Orlando has scored 28 points in the first half, averaging 55 points per game at home this season. And they have scored 45 or more in each of their last 3 games and have 28 with plenty of time to go here in the first half. New York on the return from the goal line, up past the 20 to the 21, and they have been hit in the face with an Orlando offensive attack that just has not been able to be stopped by anybody. It's sensational, the adjustments that owner Kyle Walsh makes mid-season, particularly just before the halfway point of the season. Always seems to get the Intimidators back rolling in shape, and as long as they stay healthy, nobody wants to take on this team down the road as St. Clair will drop to throw. St. Clair out to Heath. Joel buried in the backfield, a 3-yard loss. That is A.J. Lacoste on the tackle. 2nd down and 13. .35 to go in the first quarter, or in the first half, beg your pardon. 28-14 Orlando. St. Clair, swing outside of the fullback, actually has some nice space down the sideline. A pickup of 10 will set up a 3rd down and manageable 3, and that's a nice find for West St. Clair. Third down, 3 yards to go. Three receivers, 2 to the left-hand side, 1 to the right. That's Legacy. 3rd down and 3. They're going to run it up the middle to Heath Joel. Heath Joel, what a move by Park Heath Joel! And then a defender got planted on the left-hand side. Woods is not going to catch him. Heath Joel has scored again. This is outrageous. What a move by Park Heath Joel. This is an absolute show by the 2 best running backs in the league this year. I mean, give me a break. Look at the move. He makes 2 people miss. They run into each other. And the little dynamo goes coast to coast. (28-20). I wouldn't necessarily call this bad defense. It is just an amazing performance by 2 great running backs, and I don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees with me in the chat, but I don't know how anyone is going to tackle these guys on a consistent basis today. They have come to play like 3rd place is on the line. On the play clock, and the extra point for New York is good just before a delay of game penalty. New York 21, Orlando 28. What a ball game. If you like offense, if you like defense, well, maybe at some point. On the return, Orlando up to the 26-yard line. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. Find out how you can get involved in the internet's #1 online v online Xbox 360 APF 2K8 experience. CasualAdultGamers.com. They're in the playoffs. Shout out to Alan JD for his playoff victory. The Dazzos are playing each other today in the final wild card round matchup. Allen down at his feet makes the catch, an 8-yard gain, now 102 yards on 4 catches. 2nd and 2 for Orlando, and I do believe that is Lorenzo Allen's first 100-yard game of the season, and it is. His previous season high was 95. Hand off to Zach Parker, breaks a tackle. Parker got the first down, Orlando. First and 10 now for Zach Parker, and there he goes again! Zach Parker past the 35 to the 32. These running backs are going to kill my voice for the second game of the doubleheader. Another Intimidator first down. I'm out of breath, not even halfway through the second quarter. An incredible show by the blocking of these two teams. San Antonio says 2 grown men playing today. I don't know, each hole's only 5'8". First and 10 to the 32. Sorry if anybody's under 5'8". Hand off to Parker. He's going to break off a tackle, but New York finally there. They bring the cavalry. Parker's averaging 10.5 yards a carry, 158 yards rushing here in the first half. That's got to be close to Park each hole, but I would say each hole might be over 200. Matsumoto swing outside, pass caught by Allen, and Allen steps out shy of the first down. A 7-yard gain, 3rd down and 2. That's the 5th grab for Allen. He had a season high 8 last week. Six minutes left to go in the first half. 28-21 Orlando over New York. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto's pass caught. First down at the 17-yard line. Flex, baby, flex. Thomas Gunner, first down. Matsumoto has 3 touchdown passes. Parker a touchdown run. He Chol, I'm pretty sure, has all 3 touchdowns for New York. Neither team has turned the ball over. 2 receivers split out wide. Parker spins. Parker, oh boy, took a big shot from Silva after a 5-yard pickup inside the 15. Has anybody made the first tackle successfully against either one of these guys today as you look at Allen's numbers? Second and 5 at the 12. 3 backs in the backfield. Allen at the top of the screen. Handoff goes to Parker. Parker, oh, that's a good tackle. That was Isaac Holt. No gain. Isaac Holt, first time we've called his name today. Brings up 3rd down, 5. Third and 5 from the 13. 4 receivers. The handoff goes to Parker, and he got buried in the backfield. A 3-yard loss for Zach Parker, and that will bring out for the first time today the field goal unit, Franklin Reese, who has never missed a field goal in his 2-year SFL career. Actually, a 3-year career, I believe. Fourth down and 8 at the 15. This is a 32-yard field goal from the left hash. Franklin Reese, snap down, kick up, and good. 3:46 to go in the first half. The Intimidators tack on more points, but cannot get another touchdown. New York 21, Orlando 31. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up to give me a much-needed break from the SFL studios in San Antonio on the 2K Sports Halftime Report with highlights, stats, and analysis. From the 1-yard line, New York on the return up to the 22. Well, I did see we got up to 25 viewers. That was where we were yesterday. One off the record. We've settled back down to 19. Probably because every running back started, look at Peachol's numbers, 7 carries, 212 yards. Once teams stopped scoring every play, people got a little sleepy. Peachol gains 2. Tackled made by Stephen Lambert, who's really the only guy on this defense that has made a consistent effort. Second down and 8 at the 23-yard line. 31-21, Orlando on top of New York. A crazy first half here from the Dome. St. Clair back to throw. St. Clair goes deep for the first time all day. Nobody on Nathan Chambers. One man to beat, and he's tackled to the 38-yard line. And New York is now trying to run no-huddle offense. Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. A blown assignment by what would appear to be Rodney Woods. First down at the Intimidator 38. St. Clair drops the throw. Swings it out to Heachol. Has one blocker. Heachol makes a man miss. And then is tackled 6 yards downfield to the 32. No huddle some more. Second down and 4. Coming up on 2.5 to play in the second quarter. Orlando protecting a 10-point lead with a 4-3 formation defensively. St. Clair back to throw. St. Clair gets it away. Nearly intercepted. Still no huddle for New York, trying to catch Orlando off guard. They will do this pretty much once or twice a game. Third down and 4. St. Clair back to pass. St. Clair looking down the middle. The pass is caught just barely by Legacy crossing over the middle of the field, and that is a nice first down to the Orlando 28-yard line. First and 10. And that'll be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Intimidator Radio Network. Florida's finest is on the air. This is 1090 KBWR, the Extra Point, home to Orlando. First and 10 at the 28-yard line. 3 receivers all to the right-hand side with Heachol in the backfield. It's amazing he's only gotten 7 or 8 carries in this first half. Heachol will be buried. 2-yard loss. Second and 12. Great start for the Orlando defense inside 2 minutes. Second and 12 at the 29. 2 receivers split out, 1 to either side. Chambers short side left, Legacy far side right, bottom of the screen. St. Clair changed the play. 90 seconds to go. St. Clair will swing it outside to Legacy. He's open. Legacy cannot stop his momentum. Out of bounds. An 8-yard gain will set up a third down and 4 from the 21-yard line. I wish I could pronounce your username correctly. We'll call you Perio5. Thanks for being the messenger in the chat about expansion. Third down and 4. The handoff goes to Heachol, and Heachol goes the wrong way, but still got the first down. There were 4 Intimidators in the vicinity, and the Knights are in the red zone again. As the clock ticks down on the end of the first half. An impressive 4-yard run from Park Heachol as St. Clair rushes to the line quickly. St. Clair back to pass. St. Clair looking down the middle of the field. The pass is picked off, and they mark him down at the 1. Stephen Lambert intercepts the pass intended for Brock Studwell, but he is brought down at the 1-yard line. First turnover of the game. What a play. Gold on gold. And what a great job by Brock Studwell to push Lambert out of the end zone into the 1-yard line. Now I formation, dangerous situation here for Orlando. A safety makes it a 1-possession game. Matsumoto will throw, and he'll go down the field to Allen to the 18-yard line. Another first down, Intimidators. Down to 30 seconds, though. Orlando in no rush. They're up by 10. Just wanted to get themselves out of the back of their own end zone. The handoff goes to Zach Parker. Parker breaks a tackle. Parker, 30. Zach Parker, 40. Past midfield. Parker is going to break a tackle. You got to be kidding me. Zach Parker scores again. Touchdown, Orlando. B-E-A-S-T. Get out of here! Just sit and admire the replay. A 2-play, 99-yard drive. Zach Parker and Parkey Chul are going to break the stat program. Extra point for Franklin Reese is good. His legs got to be exhausted too. 38-21. Orlando has scored 45 points or more in the last 3 games, and they have 38 in the first half. Against a New York Knight defense that gives up an average of 28 points per game. That's number 1 in the league. New York on the return. What a costly turnover. 9 seconds left. Orlando's like, man, we don't need no timeouts. Sweetness Sweet says in the chat, I have never witnessed a shootout between running games. And honestly, I can't remember the last time we've seen one either. St. Clair will drop to throw. He's got men going deep, but instead he checks it down. And New York calls a timeout with 3 seconds to go. Boy, I thought he was going to unload it to Nathan Chambers. There must have been a deep safety back there that we couldn't see as Blake talks to his quarterback. Certainly has not been St. Clair's fault that New York is down by 17 at the moment. Final play of the first half. Thank goodness. I'm glad I don't have asthma. St. Clair will drop to throw. He'll swing it out to Heath Scholl. Anything can happen with Heath Scholl in the open field. He's still going. Heath Scholl gets the first down. That's the end of the first half. Don't leave your couch, your computer chair, wherever you are. Stay right here. 38-21. The halftime show is next.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Intimidators in command of this one, 38 to 21.
Well, Dan, what do you say? You ready to dive into the 2K Sports halftime show?
Now a look at our halftime comparison, and as you can see, total yards definitely tell the story thus far. The Intimidators are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 44 came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. A 66-yard touchdown for the home team. The Intimidators get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Still in the first quarter, number 33 is going to get the carry here as they grind it out on the ground, and he makes the most of this one. A 76-yard touchdown for the visitors. Later on in the first, game tied, 7-all. Number 3 would let his big old offensive line pave the way on this one.
I'm out of control.
The Knights, end of the first quarter. Number 33 is going to take this one to the outside, and once he gets the corner, it's a foot race. A 25-yard touchdown for the visitors. Game tied, 14-all. Number 35 did his part by getting himself open on this one. An 8-yard touchdown for the home team. Later on in the second quarter, the ball at their own 35-yard line. Number 35 got the carry here, and once he found the lane, he was off. A 64-yard touchdown for the home team. Answering right back, the Knights trailing by 14. Number 33 got the call on third down, and he did not disappoint. They climb back into the game, now down by 7. The Intimidators, middle of the second. Number 35 would get the carry here. Good blocking up front, and it helped to spring him. That set up a 33-yard field goal. The Intimidators out in front, 31-21.
I'm out of control.
Number 16 is going to come up with a big play here on the deep ball. Have a look. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. The Intimidators have it off an interception. Number 35 is going to take this one to the outside, and once he gets the corner, it's a foot race. An 82-yard touchdown for the home team. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Intimidators are up big at the half, 38-21.
Nice job, Dan.
The Knights will get the ball first here in the second half, and they are going to need a bunch of scores to get back into this one. Currently, they're down 38-21. Let's get down to the field and the action.
It's halftime in Orlando. Two of the best running backs in the league having career performances. 38-21, the Intimidators up at the break. We'll be right back for the third and fourth quarters after this.
Hi, my name is Chris Pate. I'm the product manager for gaming mice with Logitech G, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the world's fastest gaming mouse, the Logitech G402 Hyperion Fury. We developed Hyperion Fury primarily to address the needs of FPS gamers. The mouse is engineered from the ground up to deliver the speed and accuracy they need to play their best. We've done this with two Logitech G exclusive sensor technologies, both Delta Zero and our all-new Fusion engine. Delta Zero is a technology we've included in our recent mice, and it ensures pinpoint accuracy from the optical sensor. So irrespective of how slowly or quickly you move the mouse, the physical distance it travels will always correlate to the same amount of movement on screen. What's all new and exclusive to this mouse, though, is our new Fusion engine. A 32-bit ARM processor powers the Fusion engine, which not only tracks the data from the standard optical sensor, but also from a gyroscope and accelerometer to deliver tracking at speeds exceeding 500 inches per second, which is a speed that's nearly impossible for a human arm to reach when using a mouse. A few of the other great features of the mouse are the 8 programmable buttons that can be set to any key combination using the Logitech gaming software, and then they can be saved to the mouse's onboard memory for easy accessibility. And in addition, the mouse offers multiple DPI settings, our new button design that greatly improves click feeling, and comfortable rubber grips. So there you have it, a quick tour of Hyperion Fury. For more information about the product or to order yours, please visit gaming.logitech.com.
Love life. Discover and learn with a whole new TV experience. With details that rival Ultra HD TV. More brilliant color reproductions. And brighter. Beyond Ultra HD experience. Aquos Quattron Pro from Sharp.
The second half starts now. Returns the second half kickoff. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. This is the SFL Week 8 game of the week between the 2 and 3 New York Knights, the defending champs, the two-time champs, against the Orlando Intimidators, who are our other league champions. They are also 2 and 3, a four-way tie for third place at 2 and 3. Two other teams, Honolulu and San Francisco, with 2 and 3 records, have a bye here in Week 8. First and 10 from the 23 is West St. Clair. Swings it outside. That pass is off the hands of the intended receiver. A rare drop by Washington brings up a second down and 10. Not much defense played in that first half, but I can't say that it was their fault. Tremendous, brilliant running by Parkey Chol for New York and Zach Parker for Orlando, the two top running backs coming into the league today with 909 and 784 yards respectively. Parker had 11 touchdowns. Chol had 8. Second down and 10 now for New York as the handoff goes to Park. Cutting back to the left-hand side, a 2-yard gain. So the defenses have tightened up so far as you look at those ridiculous running back numbers from the first half. Third down. Third down, 8. Three receivers with 2 in the backfield for St. Clair. He will drop to throw. That pass is going to be well short of the sticks, and that is a 3-and-out, a rare 3-and-out in this ball game. New York will have to punt it away. Legacy on the catch, but a good start for the Orlando Intimidator defense here in the third quarter. Knights are up against the wall. The defending champs started the season 0-3. They have won 2 straight games, but they need to keep winning to improve their playoff chances here in the 8-game season. Down 17 right now as they have been unable to stop Orlando's offense. Over 400 yards of offense in that first half of play. Brings up a first and 10 at the 33 following the punt return. First and 10 at the 33, 11:51 to go in the third quarter. 2 backs, 2 receivers, and Matsumoto will drop to throw, and Matsumoto swings it outside. That's Perez. No, that's Parker. Check that. Open field. A 4-yard gain. Zach Parker, rare catch out of the backfield. He's done most of his damage on the ground, although he does have a receiving touchdown on that little swing-out pass from 5 yards out in the first quarter. Matsumoto's rating still nearly perfect, 147.5, 188 yards, 3 touchdowns. Second and 6 from the 37. 3 backs in the backfield. Matsumoto to throw. He'll swing it outside. That's the fullback, and a trio of Knights there to make the stop. And DJ McCoo says, that's my tackle. A 1-yard gain brings up a third down and 5. Orlando, in their first 2 home games, again, we've said they're averaging 55 points a game at home. It's absolutely insane, the brilliant offense we've seen in the 4th season here in the SFL. Trying to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 5 from the 38. Matsumoto drops back deep. Matsumoto has time. Will check it down to Parker. Has some room. Parker in trouble. Makes 2 people miss. 3 people miss. And they fall short of the first down. And I think that we need a challenge. It looked like Parker, with some brilliant effort, stretched across the line. And lo and behold, there is the challenge for the Intimidators.
The Intimidators are challenging.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Parker, 1 man missed, then 2, then Salvador makes the tackle, but Parker is clearly across the line here as you see it on the replay. That is, it's right on the line. They're marking him down by his rear end. Let's get the call. Cunningham might not be happy.
After review, the play stands. The call on the field.
Wow, on second glance, that was much closer than I thought it was
Timeout. 4th down.
going to be when I initially saw it. So the call stands. Brings up 4th down and inches, and I don't think Orlando, protecting a 17-point lead, will take the risk. They will punt the football from their own 43.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming. I'm about to punt.
So Orlando punts it away from the 19. New York on the return. Pretty decent return. Swiped across the face at the 25-yard line. Edmonds on that return. Boy, they make him short in Buffalo. 1st and 10 at the 25. From the Dome here in Orlando, Florida. The SFL Game of the Week. Orlando lost a timeout due to that challenge. We'll get that fixed in just a moment. 1st and 10 from the 25. 2 backs in the backfield, handoff Heachel. Heachel's got some space and dragged down by his coattails. A 9-yard pickup. A.J. Lacoste on the tackle. His 4th of the day. 2nd down and 1. So both offenses have settled down here in the first 3 minutes of the 3rd, or at least they have so far. Second and 1 for the 35, 3 receivers to the right-hand side, and the swing out is caught by Heachel. 1st down, and nearly broke 2 tackles. Rodney Woods there on the stop. St. Clair has 1 interception on the day. It's the only turnover. The interception was made by Stephen Lambert. Rodney Woods, coming into the game, leads the league with 5 interceptions in 5 games. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield, a tight set. Handoff Heachel, and he didn't get anything. On the left-hand side, Stephen Lambert there to make another tremendous tackle. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Shout out to King Demon, sorry, I'm sure it's Damon, in the chat. Apparently a developer for Joe Montana Football 16, and glad you're here listening to the broadcast. If you need anything from me, just give me a holler as that pass is caught for a 1st down. Jake Legacy, a pickup of 12 yards to the Orlando 47, and that's a night move of the chains. And with nearly half of the quarter gone, New York has kind of kept themselves in this ball game defensively after Orlando just seemed unstoppable in that first half. Lacoste makes his 5th tackle. Thanks, King. I appreciate the compliments, man. I really do. It means a lot. 3 backs in the backfield. St. Clair takes the handoff, and Heachel around the right-hand side, past the 35, 30, 25, and down to the 18-yard line. Park Heachel is averaging 20 yards a pop today. Orlando can't stop him. Another night 1st down. Coming up on 8 minutes to go in the third after the long run from Heachol. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. As St. Clair hands it off to Heachol around the left-hand side. Now cuts back middle and gets all the way down to the 10. An 8-yard pickup, I believe. Lambert again on the tackle, and he gives a tap on the head to Park Heachol. Nice sportsmanship there out of Stephen Lambert, and he knows from trying to tackle Zach Parker every day in practice that Park Heachol's the real deal. 2nd and 2 from the 10. New York on the verge of cutting their deficit. Swing outside to Heachol, and Heachol's not going to get the first down. Great tackle on the sideline to stop the clock as well. 3rd and inches from the 9. Third and inches from the 9. 2 in the backfield. St. Clair will hand off to Heachol, and he's buried. A.J. Lacoste. Room to smack talk. A 4-yard loss for Park in the backfield. That'll kill his average. It'll go down to about 18. And it's 4th down and 4, and New York's going to have to bring on the field goal unit. So after 59 points in the first half. These could be our first in the third quarter. And the field goal from 29 yards out for New York is good. 6:38 to go in the third. New York 24, Orlando 38. The Orlando Intimidators' next home game, the Baltimore Crabs come to town. A big game next week. If Orlando holds on here today, no doubt it will be the game of the week as the 5-1 Baltimore Crabs, led by Joe Dazzo, invades the Dome Sunday, March 22nd, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on the SFL Network and on Intimidator Radio at 1090 KBWR. Big hit there on the return as the Intimidators will start for their own 29-yard line. Halfway through the third quarter, Orlando 38 points in the first half, none in the third quarter. And we have just hit a new SFL network record, 28 viewers, live viewers anyway. We're almost to 18,000 total channel views, have over 100 Twitch followers, many more followers on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We appreciate the tremendous support from everyone involved in the project. And for those who wish to get involved, we are expanding to 12 teams. For more information, visit simulationfl.com. The 12-team expansion begins in our 5th season. That's next summer in June. Also, Daktronics, the major signage company, will be providing our stats to us as they recently signed on with us, believe in our vision and our goals as a simulation football league. Exciting times here at the SFL, and we couldn't do it without all of you. A 3rd down and 8 after the catch from Parker, under 6 minutes to go. 3rd down and 8 at the 31-yard line. 38-24 Orlando here in the third quarter as Matsumoto's pass is knocked away. And how about that? The New York Knights get a stop. A 3 and out to be precise. And New York, their defense is sharpening their teeth. They have looked much better, although that pass should have been caught. Don't think he would have gotten the first down, though, although Silva did tackle him past the sticks. But Orlando's going to have to punt the football, and this is some scary time for the Orlando Intimidators, who are trying to protect a big first half lead. From the 31-yard line, New York on the return up to the 35, 5:26 to go. Here in the third quarter, a 14-point lead for the Orlando Intimidators. The Winter 14 champions, the New York Knights, the Summer 13 and 14 champions. Certainly a battle of champions between owner Eric Barkley, as defensive coordinator A.J. Caswell, Orlando's Kyle Walsh, and his defensive coordinator Sandy Campbell. 1st and 10 from the 35 as St. Clair swings it outside to Heachol. It's only a 3-yard gain and a forceful tackle. Heachol now 10 catches. Allen, as mentioned, a season-high 126 yards and has 2 scores. Second down, 7. 3 backs in the backfield and 8 in the box for the Intimidators. Hand off to Heachol. Heachol made a guy fly. They say that humans can't fly on their own. I beg to differ. Heachol gains 6 yards and it's 3rd and 1. Now down to 4.5 to go in the 3rd. Everything's tightened up and gotten a bit more serious here in the 2nd half. 3 receivers, the handoff goes to Heachol. Heachol will not get the 1st down. 1st down saving tackle by Lambert. He has been huge. It's 4th and 2. Stephen Lambert in the right place at the right time on that play. A huge lane opened up for Heachol along the right-hand side. Lambert says, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, punter. I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
4th down and 2 at the 43-yard line. New York punts it away. That was a big tackle by Stephen Lambert from the 20. Orlando on the return up to the 25-yard line. It's 1st down. King Damon, thanks for stopping by. I hope you can stay as long as you can. This one is coming down to the wire, it feels like. Orlando trying to get some momentum back. They are scoreless here in the 3rd quarter. 3 in the backfield, handoff Parker. He is dropped for a loss of 1. Tackle made by McCoo. Parker now down to 241 yards on 21 carries, which is still a brilliant performance. But McCoo makes the tackle for a loss of 1. Zach Parker this season, his best game, a 326-yard on 33 carries, 4 touchdown performance in Orlando's 2nd game, which, if I remember correctly, was a loss, although that may have been their home opener, as Zach Parker gained 6 up the middle, 3rd and 5. Yeah, that was against Cleveland. He was great that night, too. Third down and 5 from the 30. Big 3rd down here for Orlando. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto nearly threw a pick. Marco Silva stepped in front of it, and there was daylight in front of him. That was a dangerous throw, and Matsumoto lucky that Orlando was just punting this football away. That was the scariest moment for Matsumoto in this game. And I tell you what, that's pretty impressive by the Knight defense. They gave up over 400 yards of total offense in that 1st half. And they have given up jack squat here in the 3rd quarter. From the 32-yard line, New York on the return. Good return out to the 40. Again, shout out to everyone who's in our chat at the moment. Bandits APF2K8, Don Tech, DXYYZ 1, King Damon, and a Spanish name I'm not even going to embarrass myself with. Apologize. Pocket Passer, Ramos Lynn, San Antonio, Servo Sentinels, Tariq MMA, TJ Kagas of LT Paternity Vertigo, and X Factor 56. 2:35 to go in the 3rd. 38-24 Orlando. 1st down of the 40. 2 in the backfield, and the swing out will go to Heachol. He's got a lot of space outside. A little dynamo past midfield, and shoved off a defender before being tackled at the Orlando 47-yard line, and St. Clair now has a $144 passing. It's surprising with all this offense, neither quarterback is over 200 yards passing on this day. Second down for New York. First down in Orlando territory. A 38-21 halftime lead has been cut to 14. New York trying to do further damage. First and 10 of the 47. And St. Clair will drop to throw. St. Clair looking. He will fire downfield. Pass caught. Legacy. 8-yard gain. Brings up second and 2. Clock ticking under 2 minutes now to go in the third. Second down 2 from the Orlando 39, ball on the left hash. Tight set. 2 backs in the backfield. Hand off. Echol. Echol left-hand side. What a tackle! Give Mr. Rodney Woods a hug. No gain, third down and short. Rodney Woods, we talked about a league-leading 5 interceptions this season. Woods overall, as we dig into our stats a little bit, Woods, a difficult cat to find among the masses. Third down and 2. That pass caught by Legacy. That is a first down to the 26. St. Clair has only 4 incompletions. 24 of 28 through 3 quarters. Rodney Woods has 17 tackles this season to go along with 12 assisted, 4 passes defended. First and 10 at the 26. St. Clair back to throw. Will swing it out again. That's Echol. Echol didn't look like he had his feet under him as Lacoste makes another great open field tackle. Brings up second down and 9. This is some clutch defense needed right now out of Orlando as New York is in field goal range. West St. Clair's completion percentage coming into the day, 74%. That's second best to Rocco Marconi's 79. Could be the final play of the third quarter. Second down and 9. St. Clair gets the ball away off the hands of the intended receiver. That was, well, that's St. Clair looking disappointed. Brings up a third and long for New York, and they haven't been faced with many of those situations this afternoon. Crowd rises to their feet. Third and 9. A tight set here with Echol in the backfield. He certainly can pick up 9 yards for you. But St. Clair will drop the throw. St. Clair will check it down to Echol. He's got a full head of steam. He's got the first down to the 15-yard line. Nobody closed the lane. And Echol ran right through it down the far sideline to end the third quarter. New York is in the red zone, down 14 and threatening. End of 3 from the Dome. Orlando 38, New York 24. This is Intimidator Football on 1090 KBWR. The Extra Point will return to Florida after these messages.
There are hundreds of places that can fix my car, but only one that I trust.
And we don't take that responsibility lightly. We want to earn your trust.
Pro Auto Care and Transmission is a full-service auto repair facility with almost 40 years of helping people with their automobile and truck problems. We are committed to having the highest ethical standards, reliable and expert service with professional modern technology to ensure you have a great experience with us. Pro Auto Care and Transmission. Complete auto service you can trust.
America's favorite sport is as popular as ever. But amid the cheering, there's concern, a growing anxiety about head injuries, from the pros all the way down to the Pee Wee leagues. We here at Riddell love this game just as much as you do. And as the premier manufacturer of football helmets, we have an obligation to give you the straight talk. Football is a violent sport. There's no denying that. This sport has done extraordinary things for this nation. It's brought families together, broken down racial barriers. But the time has come for this nation to give back to football. to demand better coaching, to demand more from yourselves as parents, and most assuredly, to demand better, more effective equipment. Are you up for the challenge? We are.
There's only one reason for flying, and that is speed.
Here are the old speed demons, waiting for someone with better innovation to invent a faster design. The Under Armour Speedform Apollo. This is our rocket ship. From the brand that reinvented the t-shirt comes the very first running shoe made entirely in a clothing factory. This is what fast feels like.
Orlando Intimidator Football on 1090 KBWR. The Extra Point is brought to you by Pro Auto Care and Transmission, the one to trust. By Rydell, Protect and Perform. By Sharp. And by Under Armour, we must protect this house. Start of the fourth. It's first down for New York at the 15-yard line of Orlando. An I formation for the Knights. They will throw. St. Clair looking, fires, incomplete. And somehow 20 seconds ran off the clock. Not sure why, but that's the official time, so we got to keep up with it. Brings up second down at 10, and let's take a look at the stats from the end of the third quarter. 442 yards of offense for New York, 464 yards for Orlando. As you see, the yards is pretty even. The scoreboard is not. Heachel takes a handoff past the 10, gets 7 yards. Brings up a third down and 3 from the 8. Boy, there's some fingernails being bitten here at the Dome as we look at some more stats from the end of 3. Both teams near the 15 first down mark and good on third downs as well. The one interception St. Clair threw intended for Studwell in the end zone, intercepted by Stephen Lambert. 2 backs, 2 receivers. The handoff goes to Heachel on a 3rd and 3. Heachel got it and nearly scored. First and goal at the 2. Heachel now 276 yards on 14 yards a carry. Heachel's season high was his last game where he had 282. So he's 6 yards off that mark. First and goal. New York trying to cut it to a 1-score game. And the swing out to Heachel will score. Touchdown, New York. It's an 8-point game. 9 straight points for the Knights here in the second half. Orlando shut out in the second half. And just like that, a very tense environment here in Orlando. .11:32 to go in the fourth quarter. 38-31. It was 38-21 at the half. Orlando needs a big run from Zach Parker to put the icing on this cake. On the return, body slam at the 28. Seen some players getting roughed up out here, although it hasn't been a terribly physical game. Orlando needs a spark offensively. Matsumoto out of the shotgun, back to throw. Matsumoto down the middle, and there was a linebacker. That was a bizarre play. There was a linebacker who was in the area, but was not looking at Perez, or that may have been the Perez's backup, and then the drop pass over the middle brings up 2nd down and 10, and Orlando just kind of looks, that was Conrad on the drop. Orlando just kind of looks out of sync here in the second half. Second down, 3 backs in the backfield. And the throw will be out to Parker in the open field. Zach Parker spins off one. There he goes again. McCoo makes the stop, but not before an Intimidator first down to the 42. And Parker now has 31 yards on 6 grabs in the passing game. .11 minutes and counting. Coming up next, the Minneapolis Maulers and the Cleveland Vipers, final game of week number 8. As the Maulers try to stay undefeated. That pass caught, first down. Gunner sliding to the ground, and then the ball popped out. But they rule that he's down. 1st and 10 for Orlando with the New York 46. Excellent job by Gunner staying concentrated. Gunner 215 yards and 125 yards in his last 2 games. 1st and 10 of the 46. And over the middle of the field, there's going to be a flag. I believe they're calling pass interference. Slew of Knights in the vicinity. That's going to be another automatic first down for Orlando.
Pass interference. Number 55.
Spot foul. First down to the New York 39-yard line. Intimidators on the move. They got to be careful with the football here. They have not turned the ball over today. That has been a great sign. Matsumoto has really cut down the mistakes in the last 2 weeks. Just 2 interceptions and 6 touchdowns. If you count today, he's got, I believe, now 9 touchdowns and 2 picks in the last 3 games. Matsumoto down the field, caught by Allen. First down to the 25. Back to back to back to back first downs, Intimidators. Allen in the slot here. Too dangerous. Mirror sticks out his hand. He's too slow. First and 10 at the night 25. Under 10 minutes to play. 38-31, the SFL Week 8 game of the week. 2 receivers split out either side. Ball close to the right hash. Matsumoto back to throw. Goes down the middle. Pass caught. And McCoo and Mirror combined for the tackle. The 2 number 55s on that defense. A 4-yard gain. Perez on the catch. 2nd and 6. And this is what Orlando needs. They're now in scoring position. Take some time off the clock. Get some points on the board. And create a little breathing space. New York down 38-21 at the half. That was the largest deficit the Knights faced in the first 2 quarters. Hand off to Parker up the middle. Parker first down. Got away from 2 Knights who were chasing him. And the Intimidators now inside the 15-yard line. Make sure to give a subscribe to our YouTube partners. Just saw Vertigo at the bottom of the ticker. Chris Davis, an Eagles fan. Big-time Eagles fan. King Habo, who's responsible for the hexing of APF 2K8. We certainly appreciate all he does for the APF community as Parker gains 3 more yards, now up to 256 on the day. And Orlando keeps that clock moving. McCoo on the tackle once again, 2nd and 7. From the 11-yard line, 2 backs, or 2 receivers, check that. Split out wide. Parker to the left of Matsumoto in the shotgun. Matsumoto hands it off to Parker. Parker slides past a defender. Gets 2 to the 9. 3rd and 5. And Orlando, who was 6 for 10, as Maku gets another stop. Orlando, who was 6 for 10 on 3rd downs through 3 quarters, has a big one here. A 10-point game and a 14-point game mean a big difference here with under 8 minutes to go. 4-3 set with, I would call, an 8th man in the box. Salvador standing in the end zone. Matsumoto back to throw on 3rd and 5. Pass to Allen, low, and picked off by Maku. There he goes, 15-20. Maku down to the 29. He picked it up off the ground. A devastating turnover here for Orlando as Allen went to make the catch. It bounced off his hands, and Maku goes the other way. And Orlando does the one thing they could not do, which was turn the ball over and get no points. New York could tie the game on this possession. Unbelievable, DJ Maku. His first interception of the season could not have come at a better time. And St. Clair will drop the throw over the middle. That pass is caught by Legacy, and he will push ahead for a 5-yard gain. 10 catches today for Jake Legacy. Clock still rolling at 7:25 to go. For Jake Legacy, that ties a season high. He had 10 catches for 105 yards in the season opener. 2nd and 5 from the 34. 3 in the backfield with Chambers top of the screen, and an 8 in the box for Orlando. The handoff is to Hecho. He got nothing. Jasper Lennox, the rookie, who's been quiet today, makes that stop. A loss of about 1.5 yards. We'll call it 2, 3rd and 7. Under 7 to go. New York 2-3, Orlando 2-3. This is huge for playoff positioning and tiebreakers. The only 2 guys to win an SFL championship battling it out today. It's been a thriller of a game. St. Clair's pass is incomplete, 4th down. And we saw that yesterday in Baltimore. Down 7. Oklahoma City in the 3rd quarter intercepted a Mike Dazzo pass. It was the first turnover of the game. Oklahoma City went 3 and out on their next series and never recovered. And New York does the same here. Although, check that, Legacy did get a first down, so not quite a 3 and out, but New York still doesn't do themselves any good with that series, and they'll have to punt it away, still down a touchdown. From the 31-yard line, look at the move to make 2 people miss on the return up to the 41. Ballin'. What can Matsumoto do? .6:29 remaining. 2 timeouts Orlando, 3 for New York. 4 receivers, check that. Handoff on a draw to Parker. Huge hole up the middle. Maku with his 8th tackle. You could sail a ship through that offensive line. 2nd and inches at the 50. Maku's had a good day today. Bobby Law a bit quiet, however. 2nd and inches just in ahead of midfield. 3 in the backfield, Allen top of the screen. New York blitzes, and Parker got the first down. I think Maku made yet another tackle. Zach Parker with some clutch running under 6 minutes to go. Boy, if I would have told you that Orlando scored 38 points in the first half and none in the 4th quarter, and they'd still be winning with 5 minutes left, you probably would have called me crazy. 5.5 to go, 3 in the backfield. Handoff Parker. Parker on the left-hand side. Parker will get 5. He's making 5 yards look easy this afternoon. Make sure if you haven't already done so, follow our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/simulationfl. You get notifications when we go live on game day. And why wouldn't you want that? Make sure you catch as much SFL action as the playoff push continues. Parker on a counter's got a first down. There is a penalty marker in the secondary. I believe that may be on a night. If it is, it's a first down, Intimidators.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94. Defense, the penalty is declined.
First down. Orlando shut out for the last about 18 minutes. This is a championship drive right here. This is a playoff caliber, championship potential drive. Just outside of field goal range, they need a little more. 1st and 10 from the 34 and can't turn it over. God forbid. Hand off to Parker. Parker cuts it back middle and only got one. Rare to see Parker do that. Salvador on the tackle, 284 yards on the day for Parker, trying to go for his second 300-yard game of the season. And trust me, folks, 300-yard games are incredibly rare. 2nd down and 9 to the 33. 4.5 to go in the game. New York still has all 3 timeouts. It would be a 50-yard field goal for the Bronze Star kicker, Franklin Reese, from here. That's why they pay him the big bucks. And off to Parker on a counter, and he lost yardage. That's exactly what you don't need to happen, and there's Bobby Law, 2-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down and 11 outside of field goal range. This could be the play of the game. 4 minutes left. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. 17 on the play clock. Matsumoto out of the gun, a 3-2-6 look out of the dime. And it's going to be a delay handoff to Parker, and he lost about 5 yards outside of field goal range. DJ McCoo makes the tackle, and Orlando will have to punt it away. They have not called a delayed handoff like that all day long, and you can't fault the thought process, as New York probably expecting Orlando to pass the football, but Zach Parker buried in the backfield, and Lindstrom has to come on and kick it away. 3:15 and counting, down to 2 on the play clock. And the defending champs, who started the season 0-3, where are they going to start this possession? They're going to start it at the goal line. What a kick! What a kick from Lindstrom! We have seen it all today. That's why All-Pro's the greatest. .301 to go, and New York is now nearly in the end zone. Down by 7, 4 in the backfield. At receiver, 1 is a running back, and St. Clair will throw. He's got to get it away, and it's incomplete. No, they gave him a safety. They gave him a safety. They said St. Clair caught the pass. Or I'm sorry, Heachel caught the pass. And if I'm New York, yeah, they're going to challenge it. Oh, man, that's a huge call. New York is challenging that Heachel did not catch the football. Oh, this could go either way. We know how this goes. 1 foot, 2 feet, I'm not sure, but Heachel did not look like he got a single foot in bounds. Oh, this could make a lot of Intimidator fans very unhappy.
After review, the play stands. The pass was complete.
New York got burned on that. Wow.
Will be charged with a timeout.
They throw a swing pass, and the officials say that Heachel caught the pass inbounds, and for such a tremendous game, that was incredibly lucky for the Intimidators. I'll just say that. As Orlando returns up to the 38-yard line, I can't believe, and Orlando's booing. I don't know why they're booing. They should be thrilled. Maybe the Night Faithful has some people here and we're just picking it up on our mic, because if I'm New York, I am furious at that call. And then a penalty here on New York. That's going to be a 1st and 5. Takes more time off the clock, and now in a 2-possession game, New York is hurting right now.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94.
Wow, I mean, up to that point, in a very well officiated football game. And who knows if New York would have gone 99 yards and scored. I mean, Orlando did it in the first half. But that punt from Lindstrom put New York in that bad situation. And Cho had to rush, or St. Clair had to rush that throw. He was about to get sacked. 1st and 5 now. And they jump offside again. A meltdown for the New York Knights in the 4th quarter late. I can't believe what has transpired in the last 3 plays.
Number 94.
Unbelievable. The same guy. The Knights free fall in the final 3 minutes. Wow, that was really bad. I mean, we're biased here in the Intimidator press box, but Orlando caught a big break in a big game, in a big moment. Hand off to Parker. He's going to lose yardage. That's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Bobby Law on the tackle. Still hope for New York, but they would need to score and get an onside kick and score again. Coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Minneapolis and Cleveland. Dan and Peter coming up with the second half highlight stats and analysis. And we'll get to see that bad call by the officials again. 2nd and 14. Parker on the carry. Takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd down and 11. Not necessarily over just yet. New York's going to need to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Florida's finest is on the air. This is 1090 KBWR, the Extra Point, home to Orlando. Refs usually get it right. They didn't earlier in this game. It's 3rd and 11. New York trying to give themselves a chance. Orlando can end it right here. New York down to 2 timeouts. Well, actually, they lost a timeout on that challenge, so that costs them. But they call a timeout here. They're down to 1. And Orlando, check that, will have to punt. Last time Lindstrom was on the field, his punt sailed all the way down to the goal line. Give the channel a follow if you already haven't done so. And don't forget that the SFL is expanding. You have 3 weeks to apply. For more info, visit simulationfl.com, expanding from 8 to 12. Details are in the About SFL section of the website under Get Involved. As Lindstrom punts it away, can they get another great kick from him? This is going to be fumbled! Fumbled by New York, and Orlando recovers! 1st down, Intimidators! And if the game wasn't over now, it is! Or was it over before? It is now, as the fumble is forced, and New York has absolutely collapsed in the final 3 minutes. The first fumble of the game. And New York in the clutch moments. I know that the safety was garbage, but they fumble, they jump offside twice. Just a collapse in the worst possible moment. An unbelievable game of the week. Definitely an SFL classic. Orlando will improve to 3-3, 3-0 at home here in the Dome, and they host the 5-1 Baltimore Crabs next week in the SFL Game of the Week, Sunday night at 6 Central. You will not want to miss it. It should be an incredible, incredible ball game. Details there on the screen. As it's 3rd down and 13 now for Orlando. They're going to have to kick a field goal and give the ball back to New York if they're content on taking knees. Although New York does not have any timeouts left. New York, because Orlando is kneeling prematurely, they could get the ball back and score again. You never know. We've seen some questionable clock management, some questionable plays by both teams in the final stages of this ball game, so Franklin Reese is going to have to come on and kick a field goal, and Orlando might be thinking about the point differential, which could help them out in future tiebreakers. Orlando plays Baltimore and Oklahoma City in their final 2 games. Down to 16 on the play clock. New York will get the ball back, down 2 scores out of timeouts. A low snap. The kick from 38 yards is good. 26 seconds left. Orlando has kept the door open. New York out of timeout, so they would need a huge play quickly. I don't know what the new SFL record is, but now I'm looking as it is 28 viewers. New York from the goal line. Down 12 with the football. That kickoff return takes a few seconds off the clock. Thank you, Sim Football Critic. I appreciate everyone in the chat today. It would take me way too long to go through all the names. This has been an incredible week of the SFL. Daktronics coming on board. That announcement, the expansion to 12, breaking viewership records live as St. Clair goes deep. The pass is caught. Not over yet to the 43. New York not going down without a fight, but they collapsed in the final 3 minutes. Don't forget Dan and Peter is coming up, and they spiked the ball with 7 seconds to go. We will have a short recap after Dan and Peter do their thing. We'll go off the air, and we will speed through our process to get you hopefully out at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern to Minneapolis at Wolfram and Hart Stadium, where the Maulers will host the Vipers. I don't know how much I'm going to have left for that game after this insane first game, but it's been a lot of fun. 2nd and 10 from the 43. St. Clair's in trouble. He will be sacked, and that'll be the end of the ball game. And it actually couldn't get Dan and Peter on the air, so we'll just take it from here. A 43-31 final for Orlando over New York. Let's head to the post-game show. As we look at the final stats, Orlando had quite possibly less than 100 yards of offense in that second half. They scored 38 points in the first half, 5 points in the second half, and if I'm New York, I don't know what to say after this one. It was 30